I
Okay.
had an interview.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if you can apply for it later on.
So
But I
next
think you can
semester,
only get it as a freshman.
can you get a full ride, another full ride, cash back, and a paid for stipend?
I don't know. It depends how it works with the school. Because
They're such a pain in the ass if they take that away, though.
oh, they definitely are. It'll have to be a whole conversation. Like if they try to take the money,
They probably will.
It'll probably have to be like you or Nikita that has to go try to talk to them and be like, how does that make sense?
They trumped us last time where, oh, how did it go? Maybe they'll say something like, a full ride can't be cash dispersed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
It
I'm
pisses me
hoping
off.
that with the money from like the UD partnership, that I get that because I feel like that should have the ability to be dispersed back to me.
The paid stipend, and I knew they would mess with us, is coming from the University of Dayton. I did that on purpose because I know that they will snatch up that money.
Right.
So you will probably get a check cut for the paid stipend at University of Dayton.
Because I felt out like the bank information because it seems like it's not coming through the university potentially. Because Dr. Collins was talking about how she's going to try to get them to send it a different way because she knows Central State's.
Yes,
horrible.
I told them that, and I said we did this last year. People that are great minds. Are you also great minds? Because you can double dip on that, and I found out that is $15,000 also.
No, I'm not.
And there's money that has to be used by March, so that's why
crazy.
it's
Are you
So
guys able to renew it for the following year?
if they have it again next year, we certainly will. Yeah, but you are able to double dip next semester, and you can use it in grad school too.
Is that like money that's my actual pocket, or like is it refunded through the university?
That's where the annoyance comes in.
Right.
Is they last year what they said was, and this is us leading our own little scholarship group, if you want to call that. Everybody's already taken the link. The only way people could get more, they gave them the scholarship, so it wiped out their student loans. But they wanted both their student loans and the scholarship. And they had a peak. Did you fill out the FAFSA, expected family contribution? The only way it can be upped is if they change in the system that you're doing internship and we need money for mileage and travel. Therefore, you need, say, an additional.
How does that get changed?
She told me in financial aid, we all and you all could do it, but then never gave specific instructions how. Like,
of course you didn't. Because
so I'm working. Yeah, it's like systems. This is practice 3. Like, how do we fix the system? Because like that's your money.
That's my thing. Like that's
your
actually
money.
My money. That's
That's
not
your
the
money.
University's money. That's Alexa's money.
And that's great that some of them didn't get loans, but they wanted loans and they could only do this internship if they had the loans because they already had loans for tuition. Now they got a full scholarship for tuition, but they need money to drive to and from. Right.
And that's the only thing is like, that's why I feel like I should get the money back because like you're supposed to be able to use it for the travel expenses for like what all goes into actually doing your internship.
Did you hear about this one yet? Did you want to be a part of this? Have they communicated it at all? Because
what is it?
This one. Is this it? So you are attending this conference. You can attend this conference. It is a random ass Wednesday. They do have hotels and everything.
I think I saw something about that, but it didn't have the date on it.
Correct. So it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, August 28, 29, 30. I can only make it up for our presentation on Wednesday the 30th. I'm going to present at 9 and come home because I've got kids. I can't drag them all up there with me.
Right.
I can't leave my wife home alone abandoned. So I will leave at like 7, go to Columbus, present at 9. But here's how it says. touching base. It's called the Ohio Counselors Conference. All Ohio Counselors Conference. So they're paying you guys. Like they got money for you to go to this. I'm sure you have volleyball or something. It would be nice to go one night. If it's like Tuesday night, stay the night.
For sure.
Watch the presentation. I told her, yes, I'll be there the 30th. I'm not staying overnight. I would love to. She said, we have in our budget all participants for the conference, given the guidelines of the presentation, only a subset of the cohort will present.
Present what?
About this grant, more than likely.
Perfect, because how are we supposed to present something that essentially no one knows anything about?
Correct. And so, gosh, you're making me want to look at what am I presenting, because that's how it always comes up. You want to brief yourself before you present it.
Because in a not rude way, like I don't even know
what's going on.
Understanding of like what I even just joined. Like,
so it's called the Behavioral Health Workforce Expansion Program.
That's crazy because I didn't even know what the acronym stood for.
BHWEP.
Yeah.
And then it was the grant when you all were in my class last year, and I showed you. Let's see if I search BHWEP.
I remember you pulling it up.
Right.
For sure. I remember.
Right. Here we go. BHWEP. Hey, there we go. You want to know what you're doing? That's why it was even funnier when they're like, we need a student like right now. We got to give them this laptop. Who's it going to be? Like, pick a number. I'm like, holy crap.
I know, that was a bit stressful for you.
It's the fact that I'm able to laugh about things sometimes helps, but I think people that also think maybe I don't take it enough seriously, which I do, but it's just the chaoticness is hilarious. I'm sorry.
No, it's definitely a response that people have. I'm like, what? You want me to what?
Like, dude? Oh, come on. Here we go.
Yeah.
So here's what we applied. No, this is our budget. So this is what you get. See how they only sent 125,000 over to Central? I feel like they kept the other 12 times 8, whatever that is. That's your.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that. Like, we have different amounts because UD is significantly more expensive.
Yeah, we're right. So that is true. Okay, that's cute, but that's not what I was looking for. I have the full 20-page grant, which relates back to the group class. So I'm trying to bring it on home. Like, how do we create a group? And this is a group of scholarships for you guys to finish your social work degree. This is what I should do. Can you search for specific people in your email? Because I usually go, what's that? Oh, geez. It wants to open Outlook and this. Ooh. So you get a full scholarship, a paid stipend.
The breakdown also confused me.
Oh, yeah. What did they send you? I'm curious on the student side.
Okay, so what is this? Oh, no, wrong thing.
There are other potential definitions, right? Like there are other ways of thinking about it and describing comments.
So number one, it's just called CSU BHWP. So acronym.
Okay.
Is it your wife?
It's actually, it's considered my work wife. You want to?
Who is it?
Sarah Perdomo.
Where are you? Okay, you have your paperwork sent out.
Dang, you're the bomb.
I know.
She's our admin on this grant. So I'm answering questions about our grant.
Okay.
We're going to Columbus to present on you and Edison can go too. If you want a hotel, October 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's for everybody and like our students. We're just trying to explain exactly what are we getting $500,000 for. That's all. Which
Okay.
it's the Behavioral Health Workforce Expansion Program. So 8 students get a full scholarship, a paid stipend. You do work at a like low enrolled hired internship. My favorite, because like I like to go to the most challenging. And then what else is there? Oh yeah, payments for us to go to conferences, present, and a laptop. But that's not it. Okay.
No, it's not this one.
And does that answer anything so far? Or
That
is
is
that-
interesting.
okay.
You asked what the email said. This is what it says. Well, briefly.
Okay, bye.
It says you'll receive an educational support package that includes a cost of living stipend in the amount of $12,000,
Okay.
and then a tuition stipend in the amount of $10,000,
Okay.
and a laptop.
Okay. And that's it. That's all it says. It doesn't say what do you have to do, what contract are you signing, what is your work contract. 'Cause-
Yes, correct.
okay.
Like that, but I did ask her that. And then I'm like, I don't want to stay in Ohio. And she told me that I could do my work requirement via remote.
Can you really? Interesting. Okay. So you at least, wow. Well, because yes, that is the strange attachment. I was told if you go to graduate school, that meets your work requirement.
Oh, I'm going to graduate school regardless.
In Ohio.
No.
Okay. Because that definitely is Ohio money. That's why they're
Right.
saying. What state did you want to go to?
I'm thinking Texas.
Okay.
University of Houston's my top
Right.
grad school program right now.
Okay.
But then I already started my Baylor application as well.
Okay. Because I was going to say, well, there is a stipend. I was going to say, if it doesn't mean your need and you already have full scholarships or whatever, if you wanted to not be locked into Ohio and say, hey, could somebody else use this next semester? Obviously, you are picked first, so it's your choice. But if you're like,
Right.
I don't want to
Well,
be.
my thing is like, if I don't get the money, like if somehow school stays greedy and I don't see any more money in my pocket, then I'm just gonna be like, there's no point. Like I don't get a benefit. I just get additional work required.
They didn't meet the
And no
contract.
money.
Right.
Like if I don't see the money specifically like
Okay.
in my hand of some amount,
Is it a whole year scholarship or a
I don't-
semester?
I don't.
Okay.
know.
And that would be our communication. So you're at least covered with tuition. Do you get any cost of living stuff ever anywhere?
What, within this?
Yeah, like the presidential scholarship. I know
No,
you do
it's
in
not cost
this.
of living stuff.
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
'Cause,
My
so-
housing is covered in my presidential scholarship.
Well, okay, that's awesome. Because I was going to say, if you don't want to be locked into Ohio, that's why I was asking. And it's this is a good conversation instead of like, hey, come to room 311, get your laptop, you're picked for this. Like, that's what in law school you would consider a unconscionable contract. If you've ever heard of the term before, like you didn't really agree to like, okay, I'm spending the next, let's say 9 months of a school year and 12 months working in Ohio. I'm spending the next 21 months in Ohio. I don't want to stay in Ohio. I want to go to Baylor.
Right.
Pass this on to anyone else who has internship in spring. I know.
Sure.
The one loss would be is there is a cost of living, and that's the $12,000 stipend that goes through Dayton. So I want to. So is the need to stay 12 months in Ohio after graduation,
Like, I
even
would
if
do it-
it's
I would do it if I had to do it. Like,
Okay.
It's just like a non-issue.
like an
But
advanced
she told me
standing
that I could do it, like, I'd be fine.
remotely,
Yeah.
which
that I
is
could-
weird.
Yeah, like I would work for one of these organizations just as like a remote
Does it really
employee.
help them? as
That's
a
what she
remote?
told me. So,
Like, they need
if she
somebody
told
that
me wrong,
bad?
then that's her fault.
Right. Okay.
Because I told her straight up before I even signed anything. I was
Okay.
like,
Good.
because
That's
I told her,
that's
like,
what I was
am
getting.
not planning on
Staying in
in
Ohio.
Like post graduation, like I will not be getting my master's.
They need people that bad. They're like, okay, fine, just be remote and work 40 hours a week behind a computer and wherever you are.
Yeah, because like I talked
Okay.
to her like straight up, and she
Okay,
said that
good.
it would would have been fine.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right.
And all the more reason to keep it. Obviously, the coolest part there is you have options. Talk through all your different options. If you don't want to be like locked in or pigeonholed or whatever the heck, because like I know in UPP they say if you don't give them your 12 months, then they come after you for that $5,000.
She's struggling to have people in UPP, but it's her fault. Not in a rude way. It's because I'm in her class now, and the way she explained it was very poorly, and I now just have a good idea. Because she made it seem like you had to have already both taken 1 and 2.
And then do the internship.
That's not true.
You can take them while you're doing the internship.
Correct. Like,
Yep.
There's someone, she's one UPP student, but she's just now taking 1. Like, and
I know she blames that on us too. She's like, I was not communicated everything that had to be done. Well, all of us are finding out. I agree, because also, and I know this is all live on YouTube, but this is very transparent.
Right.
I like to be transparent anyway. We get that contract to teach UPP 1 and 2 fall, 1 and 2 spring. It's $52,000 a year. Assistant professors come in here to teach 4 in the fall and 4 in the spring for $50,000 a year. Double the workload for less the money.
Right.
So I don't, and I know that Miami pays $70,000 and those guys pay. I said, well, are they hiring? I guess apply there. Central uses, it is $70,000, but $18,000 goes to your benefits, like your pension, because $7,000 is 15%. So $7,000 goes to your pension. You get paid for health insurance. Like, you can look at our paycheck.
Right.
Yes, Miami may pay more, so I would apply there. Like, we get paid the lowest in the state.
So I think she needs to rephrase how she explains the UPP program, because the way it was explained to me last year, it didn't make any sense. Because I'm
Okay.
like, well, I already can't do it. When like I'm thinking now, like, oh, like I really could have done it.
You could have. Yeah. You would just be doing internship now and
then.
spring.
But I was like, oh my God, I haven't even taken Family Services 1, so like it's too late for me.
Right. And there is somebody who's taking 1 right now and doing her internship.
Correct.
And doing 2 next semester and doing their internship.
Like,
And that's saving.
Explaining on that.
I'll own I'm not the best communicator to begin with. I know I'm really good at capturing all of these grants. We've brought in $1.3 million.
No, it's not you. It was definitely something her, because even the way we just now broke this down in one of our classes.
Okay.
Like, in a not rude way.
Right.
Because it took multiple people like asking questions. These like they also were confused like how it worked.
Right. Well, here it is. Okay, so this is you guys. All of your student participation tuition costs $80,000 for 8 students. So I guess you get $10,000.
Yeah.
All the RA stipend $12,000.
Okay, so stipend means my money.
It should be your money coming from.
Okay.
Half of the staff support.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Half of the fringe. Okay, I understand fringe benefits. Like, they are paying each professor to deal with it. Like Nikita placing everybody, myself writing the grant with her in the first place. We
Maybe
can
like a
get
little bonus.
right. You can
A
get like
little
10%. You can get 10%.
That's better than no percent.
It is, and that's why people are like, "Dang, you brought in 1.3 million in grants." Yes, but we can only get 10%
You're
of
like, I
our
only got $5,000.
of our 65,000 a year. Right. I am allowed up to 15%. Nikita's allowed, like, all faculty can get up to 25%. If you're a director, chair, whatever, it's only 15%. That also, so they do have to pay benefits is more like your pension, because if you make more, they put more into your pension. RA tuition, so that's research assistant, and then that. So, like, I want transparency everywhere we go. That's kind of where that came from. This was the original, though. This looked way more amazing than, because it was $474,000. Or maybe that was more for UD. Not sure why. Put that in, but we literally submitted a day late It was November 1st.
You're kidding.
No.
You still got it?
We still got it. We probably shouldn't have. Gosh, what else is there to answer? Like, I understand what's going on, and I do see. Well, here's the budget too. So you have to do one of these sheets, if I can even open them. And I'm still excited we got this opportunity for students. As much of the shit show is like, get the money now, explain it later is, I'm still grateful we got this to provide. Even just a damn laptop. We're so used to getting nothing here that like it's become damn near impossible. Let's see if maybe.
Okay, wait. Now I just looked at my email. This has me thinking that this is coming to me personally, because I don't think it's coming through the university. Because I had to fill out this weird University of Dayton supplier thing.
That's what I told him to do, because Central will steal your money otherwise.
And I just got like an email for like a purchase order.
Nice. 12 grand.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
12,000.
What date? Like, it would be cool if they give it to you a semester ahead of your internship semester. You know what I mean? Because your internship is next semester.
Yeah, some people like, because we've had like a group like Zoom meeting with
Mhm.
the UD students and us. Some people are currently doing one.
Oh,
I don't
they
know,
are.
It doesn't have a date on it.
Good. Good.
I'm not like seeing it.
Okay. So-
I think, like, this was sent Friday.
It is kind of creepy when you get like that large amount of cash that's like, because in grad school you get 21,000 a year, and if you have a full scholarship, you can get the full scholarship and 21,000 a year. It is slightly frightening. It's like, whoa, as you now have the responsibility with that. Like, with all things comes that responsibility. Let's see if I search my Dropbox, BHWEP. So this is connected to Great Minds. You probably still could sign up for Great Minds.
See, also, I still don't understand how I didn't get that in the first place.
Because they probably thought you were going to graduate in, and that money has to all be dispersed by March. Really, it was December, and yesterday it got pushed to March. I just found out. So you totally could apply now, and it's like,
I already did apply.
talk to Dr. Perdomo, because when you applied, it was Nisha. Perdomo is the PI on that grant,
Yeah.
and Nisha's not here
Nisha
anymore.
was also on like, she was like on this weird thing telling me that I wouldn't be able to graduate, and but I'm like, I literally can though. I'm like, you haven't even seen my check sheet. I'm like,
You're like, you're wrong, dude. I'm going to graduate in 2 years and watch
yeah,
me.
and I'm like, you're literally wrong.
Well,
Maybe she just had that for me. Not
sometimes
but-
sometimes there's even strange possible jealousy about things. So like I could understand. It sucks. You hope that doesn't come out into your teaching style. Oh, here you go. So CSU, UD, proposal to Ohio Department of Higher Ed. That's where our money's coming from. I'm sure they printed it. They're like print.
Right.
Now it's just numbers on a screen. So for a grant to fund behavioral health workforce expansion program to increase behavioral health workforce in high need, high demand areas. I guess that's okay to say, high need, high demand areas, and reduce health disparities in Ohio. As a committed partner on this project, we support this grant application and the focus on increasing and strengthening the mental health workforce in our community, and by collaboratively. Am I that dyslexic? I probably am, but I'm gonna try not to be today. Or is that need edited? Focus on increasing and strengthening the mental health workforce in our community by working collaboratively to train behavioral health workers to increase awareness of pathways to mental health professions. Is that a run-on sentence? I don't know. License. As a historically Black college, or HBCU, which, oh gosh, did I ever please describe your ongoing or past efforts? Well, maybe I didn't. Grant experience, current partnerships, or we do research on racial disparities and mental health. Trying to help somebody get a Direct Plus loan on. That's why there's so many tabs open at all times. There's like distraction after distraction after distraction. That's where they say ADHD is a survival mechanism too, because you can pay attention, and half done everything. But so the BHW program includes collaborating on research. So we are presenting at a conference. You guys should put that on your damn resume. Development of a recruitment materials for mental health professionals, training programs. That's one Nikita already has, like a cultural diversity class. So that's going to be a training program. Contributing to the development of cultural competency. That's what she teaches. Training and recruitment materials, providing undergraduate research assistance. Do you know who the RA is for us? I think it's Selma. Dosage Walagabu is the full name. Okay. At Central State University, forming a genuine partnership to reduce health disparities in our community. So like they're pumping hundreds of thousands of dollars at this, like, because there's evidence of health disparities. If I showed you the presentation we've given on behavioral health, REBH, racial equity and behavioral health. If not, I try to present it to you guys because we're going to present it again 2 more times in the Suicide Prevention Conference and something in Washington, D.C. Oh boy. So the University of Dayton's BHWEP, research efforts and our mission, we look forward to working with you, increasing the number of quality behavioral health workers and eliminating disparities in our community. So that was our suggested letter. I'm going to close that because I think there's other documents when I typed in. Well, there's the money. So here was the original proposed budget that I had. We didn't get this. We asked for $1.9 million. We got $900,000.
Okay.
We got Ms. Burns, response from Perdomo, see if I can receive the Ohio Great Minds Grant. Yes. I say we all go in person to Perdomo's. You could apply, and they've got to give it's use it or lose it money, and I don't think we have enough students there either.
How many senior social work majors are there?
More often than not, we only have 15 to 19 graduate.
That's insane.
Did you think it was bigger? Did you think there was more?
I did.
We have 100 total, so I always think there's like in social work.
Is it getting bigger?
Sometimes.
What about this year? Are there more freshmen social work majors?
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked a question.
Are there more freshmen social work majors this year or no?
So we have, first off, life happens. So like people will start out, we become social workers for many reasons. Maybe we had trauma in our life, and that's why I'm like, I'm going to be a social worker. I want to fix the world. I'm in recovery myself. That was a big thing for me. I lived in El Salvador and Nicaragua. That was a big thing for me. I joined my MSW in 2001. So in the meantime, I could have fallen off the wagon and never finished a social work degree. You know what I mean? Like I could have gone off the rails, overdosed and died, whatever it might be. I didn't. God willing and the creek don't rise. I'm still here. And I guess that's my theory for like a lot of us as social workers. You start and often don't finish right in 4 years. I almost want to do a Zoom with Miss Burns. She said, I applied last year and did the orientation. So, okay. It sounds like we do have the money. And it was raised to $15,000 yesterday. I found out, so it's no longer $10,000. They got to get rid of this damn money. It's like burning a hole in their pocket. And you can double dip with BHWEP. It's Great Minds Expansion.
Yeah, but you think they'll still let me do my work requirement online?
Good question. Some of them said if you go to your MSW here in Ohio and then do your internship, that's going to count for your work here anyway. So there's lots of money in the state of Ohio to push out social workers. I don't know how to answer a lot of the Great Minds questions either.
It's okay. It all seems like a very confusing process.
It has been, it all came as a windfall last year. They're like, we got $300,000 we got to give out to 30 students. So like we ran a survey, saw they got to be finishing in the next 2 years. So we did that. I don't even know if yours came up.
Probably not.
Because
at the time
your audit or hours or check sheet wasn't like in the system or solidified or something.
Oh, probably.
Because it was your first day of school a year ago this month.
Yeah, because I would have only had like 40 credits then.
Like fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming in,
Right.
I had 40.
And then maybe Miss Burns had the same thing, but I'm guessing we have 5 or 10, and 10 times 10,000 is only 100,000. If they give us 300,000, we still have 200,000 we have to give out. Not sure how to answer the workforce thing. Do know we could double dip on BHWEP and Great Minds, but not Great Minds and UPP.
Right.
So that kind of screwed UPP to keep the grant.
Screwed because it's not enough money either. Well, because that's also, I feel like, why she's having more issues, because people are confused by it, but then like you have these 2 other places where they're getting significantly more money. So like people like will look at that $5,000 and just laugh.
Right. For like, yes, you will get a job, but another situation I had with an intern, she worked for Child Services this summer. She started the online MSW program while living in Lebanon, Ohio. She was my intern at 3C Counseling. Nisha was her teacher this summer. She worked for Child Services, and I told her about the paid internship that I knew of at the Counseling Source. I've probably told you guys about this too. Here's what the budget could look like. That's what we asked for. Damn, that would have been tight. $1.8 million.
How much did they give you?
$900,000.
Dang.
Counseling Source. So I told her to work here. Counseling Source.com, because it's a paid internship. Maybe I should just search like Counseling Source. How is it not secure? Screw you guys. Maybe because I didn't do a space either. Okay, there it is. So, and then all you do to apply to get a paid internship. So she's working at Child Services. They pay like 21, 22, 23 per hour, 40 hours a week.
Okay.
She went here. Dang on it, where is it? You apply right here. Career opportunities. So I told her to click here, and she did it, and she was smart to send a cover letter, because the other guy I know in Miami for his MSW didn't get a reply because he didn't send a cover letter. So they offer part-time, full-time positions throughout Ohio, mental health therapist, and internship trainees. So she applied to internship trainee. Her bachelor's is sociology, nothing to do with social work.
That's crazy.
Sucks like me because she couldn't do the 1-year program. She's doing the like longer program. What the hell? I spilled coffee all over myself. She applied to this. They are giving her an internship in the spring, and they wanted to hire her right now in Middletown schools for $25 an hour, 40 hours a week.
Oh, that's good.
So $50,000 a year without a social work degree, without the social work license, without a social work trainee. Here's how you apply. I guess you pick internship trainee, and then they're putting all your info in the spring when she gets her social work trainee license. This is a license you can only get as a master's student in the state of Ohio. SWT allows you to bill Medicare and Medicaid and make them $90 per hour. She will get $28 an hour, 40 hours a week. So she gets $56,000 a year, fresh out of undergrad, which I never saw anything like that. I felt impressed, but she quit Child and Family Services because it was more pay.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. And like my
Right,
boss
that
at
little-
3C was giving me a little bit of hell. Like, you were telling her to go to a paid internship. I said, yes, first off, she can't do the same internship here again. She has to do two different ones. Second off, they're paying her more than child services.
Right?
She-
Better hope she just wrote a good resignation letter.
right. All you do is put in your 2 or 4 weeks notice.
We're like, hey,
And so I don't know if I'm answering any questions or creating more questions for you.
no, I don't really have any more questions. Okay, wait, I do have questions.
For your group, right,
Yes,
for
I
leading
have
the group.
assessment questions.
Okay.
What's normative behaviors? Like normal things?
Normative behavior in the group.
So like,
Yeah.
is this gonna read as like stupidly obvious when I go in and do this?
No, I hear what you're saying because it is kind of from the book where it's like when you read the book about leading a group, which ideally I put it into a lot of your PowerPoints. You're welcome to just use the PowerPoints.
So can I just be like, they talk one at a time? And
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Like that?
What's your group you're observing to? I
Is it a
totally
pressure
forgot.
group?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm interested because you're actually doing one that is unique and that's exciting. If there are some questions that are a little harder to answer, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I want you to get the idea of how to run a group, lead a group. Where is it too? What's the location?
It's online.
And it was just free to open to the public? Who funds that?
Who funds it?
Yeah, that would be
No,
interesting. You know what I mean? Is like, who's going to run a depression group out of the kindness of their heart for free and no money? It's got to be, do I have like,
Oh, it's the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance.
so they must either be a nonprofit, get donations.
I
and-
think they're a nonprofit.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
because
that's-
it asked for a donation
Okay, right.
when I went into,
To try to watch it.
yeah,
Okay, as you are zooming and talking to them if you want.
yeah, it's like,
I wonder if they get Zoom bombers because that's what happens in AA meetings too. And they'll put up like terrible stuff, like
really.
pornography. The last one I heard
No,
of.
see, now you have me stressed. I hope not.
Usually they're good knowing that's coming, and that's what the AA meetings do is they have somebody waiting, and when you start doing weird crap, they remove you right away. But right when the pandemic started, nobody knew how to handle Zoom. It was like rampant everywhere. And they'd say like terrible things and like even like start targeting people in their camera, like bullying almost. So it was almost like
What?
teenagers.
That is-
Yes. It was very sad
There's
and
currently 48 people
that will go.
that are like registered.
And do they give the names? Like
No, you can't see who's in it, but you
Okay.
can see who's supposed to be leading it.
that is interesting though. Does it show their credentials?
Yeah, they're both. It's two of them.
Like counselors and social workers.
They're they have like a lot of them have different backgrounds, but all of them are certified peer supporters.
Okay. If I was to search, what would I type?
Oh, hold on.
Probably the thing you just
Depression
said.
and Bipolar Support Alliance.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then what state are they out of? Because there's funding always interests me because I'm like, where the hell's the money coming from? Like that's what more than anything. It might be SAMHSA.
Maybe it is. No, it's one, but go underneath it.
That one.
Yeah.
That is so interesting though, because
Like I just found it. Like
Right,
I was
no, this is
Googling
this is
mental
interesting
health
though.
support groups.
I
that
love
were
this
free,
because that's
And then I came up with it. And there's a bunch of different ones. They have like ones that are for like parents
really
directed towards like the parents of people like 17 and younger who their child's been diagnosed with a mood disorder. And
okay. No, this is great because I do like finding these different things. Okay, so this is where you went next, possibly.
I think so.
Okay,
I can't. Yeah. Good.
that is cool. Though. It's like imagine you're
Oh,
like,
and there's like a black one.
yeah, I saw those. That's cool because like you're all alone, you're by yourself, you got nothing but your damn cell phone. You know what I mean? And like that's where our suicide rate has gone up, where people don't feel the possibility to
Yeah, this one, his name is Tim, and he basically talks about his life story, whatever.
Okay.
He has a bachelor's in psychology,
Uh-huh.
emphasizing in substance abuse counseling.
Same dead end degree that I got. And he's depressed because of it, because he's like, I can't find a damn
Oh,
job.
no, he's the like,
Oh,
main
he's the leader. Okay.
Yeah, he's the main leader. But he is a certified peer supporter.
My wife said, about to be checked. Pray that I'm dilated.
Wait, is she like going into labor?
It's possible. So I'll be
You're
like, because I'm going to be gone. She's like, I need you 2 weeks when I have this baby. I'm like, okay, then. She's like, when are you going remote? Like, when I have the baby? I'm like, yeah. Like, you can't just like cut out of life.
So what are you gonna do with, where do your other kids go? Right now,
I'm going to be in
daycare
charge
and
of them.
school?
Isabel's in pre-4. James will start pre-3 on Thursday if he wears underwear. He doesn't want to.
Oh dang, what if he intentionally just like,
Sabotages. He might. Last year, Isabel never went to pre-3. She cried the first day and we picked her up. I think we should have just left her. Traumatized her. So I'll be there, and then yes, it's very expensive too. So I'm a little scared because we'll pay a babysitter. The perfect ideal is she goes into labor after they all fall asleep at like midnight. We just go to the hospital. She has the baby, and I come home before they wake up. Like her mom will come over
yeah, so just grandma's gonna watch them hopefully for not too long, and then
while they're sleeping because they will terrorize grandma. Apparently, grandma was chasing the middle child with a spatula last week because he's bad.
That's insane. Oh my gosh, they have chat rooms.
Okay, no, that's really cool. This is the better research I would like to look into that, like, I have to update. That's why everything's fucked up. Okay. Relaunch. I don't even know which one signed in. But no, that is awesome and helpful and good because how much are these grad schools you're applying to?
Anywhere from like 35
50 to 90,000
to like 90.
Do they give full rides at least? Like that's what you're aiming for.
I will say this.
You're not going to go and pay 40,000, are you?
No.
Right.
That's why I'm applying to so many schools.
Yes.
So, no, I'm not paying. I don't want to pay that much money at all.
I want to pay a dime.
Many scholarships.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
At least that like.
But they're all due in December, aren't they?
It depends. Like I have a scholar.
Because you start in May.
Most of my applicants, not all of them are like that.
Okay, they start in like
some of my schools, like
fall.
that's not an option. But it's usually January.
Advanced standing, you're
I
saying.
have like I think a November deadline and all of ours are January.
So they are as early as December, like I've been telling people.
Yeah.
And November's, I guess, the earliest to be considered for funding. That's usually how they word it. Like apply here to be considered for funding.
But then like I'm sick and tired of starting the applications and then you get a call from the
Oh yeah, I remember the whole I applied on August 1st and I started August 15th.
That's insane.
I
They
got-
laugh in my face if I try to do that.
Right. I got a Kentucky graduate scholarship. I think everybody got that.
You gotta do it.
I went to UK. UK is a top tier social work school.
Mm-hmm.
Nikita loved it. She just finished. I liked what I got. The DSW is huge down there now, and the PhD. You can do either or.
And I'm thinking about getting my DSW.
And you can do it. The key is
Eventually.
just like practice, because a lot of times we'll be like, must have practiced 2 years for this job, must have practiced 2 years for this PhD program, must have gotten independently licensed, but just
Right.
work on it all simultaneously. And you can. I know that sounds insane, but
Right.
As long as you don't have kids, like you can do a lot of stuff. And it's, I'm not saying overdo it and burn yourself out, but do what you're comfortable with. Look how many damn MSWs there are when you search it.
There's so many.
Is that all I typed in? Oh, I did just.
So my plan is UC, I'm not applying to.
People have finally described how weird their process is or what.
Yeah, it's weird. And
It's your
They
hometown.
also don't have an online program.
Because they're probably not accredited, right? Okay.
Which was weird to me.
That is very weird. They could have lost.
I only found that out today.
I was going to say
I
they
could've
could have
sworn-
lost
I
accreditation.
could have sworn they had an online master's of social work program.
I thought so too.
Because I almost went to UC Blue Ash for my undergrad. They don't have one anymore because I went and I tried to start the application for it and then I realized it wasn't on there. So then I went back to like their online website and
Maybe they only
It's
have
no
a
one-
BSW is online.
maybe.
Does that sound? Let's look at this.
Yeah, they don't have,
Interesting.
but I could have sworn they used to have masters, or maybe it wasn't popular.
They could have lost accreditation. I mean, that happens all the time.
So I'm applying at Ohio State. Let me look, the deadline for that, for summer 2025, it's April 1st. That's like a late one,
You can apply April 21st to where?
to Ohio State to go there the summer semester,
So you would start a month after you apply.
which is weird to me. That's weird.
And they offer a full paid trip to go up there.
Well, this is like for their online program.
Okay. Right. They still want to like recruit you with like their smells and bells and
Right, for sure.
whistles. But yeah, you're right. Does UC have a social work? It is accredited. Interesting. Hmm.
And then, so I'm applying Ohio State, their online program, University of Houston to go there in person.
Okay. That's exciting.
Well, I haven't finished.
Do you have to pay for all of these?
I haven't submitted any of them.
That's what I'm wondering.
Some of them do cost money.
Ugh.
My grandpa said he paid for them.
Okay, that's exciting then. That's good.
So like I don't have to pay for it. And then I started my application to Baylor.
Okay.
That,
Is that in Indiana or?
it's in Waco, Texas.
Oh no.
Do you know how many essays it has?
5.
It has 6.
Holy shit. What are they about?
Oh, it's like, okay. Social work profession. Advocating for others. Mission
Okay.
statement.
Okay.
Societal issue.
Your own personal mission statement?
Describe what this, like you have to describe what their mission statement means to you.
And how many pages?
Can
Can you do all this?
500 words, so like that's one.
So you could do it all on one page, maybe combine them all like.
But they're all separate. Like,
Right,
They're all
okay.
separate.
Mhm.
Societal issue
Okay.
and practicum internship experience. But I don't know how I'm going to fill that out when the application's due in January and I haven't done it.
Right.
But good thing I talked to the lady. I will call her, she's calling me on Friday.
Okay.
She called me today and I didn't know the number, so I instantly sent it to voicemail.
Right. I do that all. I always send, can I call you later? And if they text back or leave a message, then I call them back. Okay. Damn.
And then I'm applying to Columbia as a, kind of like
That would be
as a
sweet.
joke.
Right. But it's like, God, it would be so hard to buy housing up there. But yeah, that's.
They have an online program.
Oh, nice.
It's
Okay.
still $80,000, but.
But do they have scholarships and do
They
they
do.
like want to increase diversity and all that? Is that
And
would
that's,
apply
yeah,
to
that's
all of
really
it?
like, I gotta play that up.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's been calling me and I need to schedule that phone call.
Right.
And then Chicago, because I felt like I'd do myself an injustice if I didn't try to apply to Chicago.
Because it's like the original social work school. It's the OG.
And you'll be getting, I guess, notifications that I need.
I'm sure.
Letters of rec.
Did I even send one to you yet? As I have just a template I use for everyone and
You want me to
popular-
fill it out?
and like what you want to emphasize in there, you can. But like I do have one that's just a one pager.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't really care what it says.
That's usually right, and it's nothing bad, but usually
Really, as long
people
as
are
it
like,
makes sound good, like.
and that's what most people go with. But it's really weird because I had a student, and I swear I sent that to them for OSU, and she's like, I didn't get in. She was all depressed, and she applied to Cleveland. What's the name of that school? It was the first one that popped up, Case Western Reserve, and she got $48,000
Yeah, that's insane.
with the same letter. So it's like, was it the letter or was it you? Was it me? I don't
Right.
know. Like, so Walden, I would not recommend. I know they sound cute and interesting and people love them because they're online, but anything that came out of nowhere and only has online,
See, it's weird to me.
don't do it.
Like, if you're a national university and you just so happen to have online programs, that's different.
Yes,
But if you're
UK is
directly
fine.
online is weird.
That and the fact that it's called Walden even sounds weird. It's like, I hate to badmouth, and maybe YouTube will turn off my channel because I just badmouthed Walden and they're one of their sponsors. But I would, UK online, perfectly fine. Walden, what are the other ones? There's like 5. Don't do the only, like Phoenix, even if they're accredited, don't touch them. Because if you want to do anything in higher ed and academia, they might.
Where are we at with getting Central State a master's program? That's what I want to see. But I feel like we might have to have more students before that happens.
So, believe it or not, the biggest thing is faculty, and then they always throw at us like, what came first, the faculty or the students? They're going to say the students because they don't want to pay for 2 more faculty. We need at least 6 minimum, and that's 50,000 twice. Hell, we only have 3 technically. Karen, we wrote a grant for, so we have 3.5 technically. We should have 4 with 100 students, so every 25 you get another. And then to start an MSW, we would probably need 2 more, really 3, and then a cohort of, I think it's 12. Every MSW cohort is 12. And then we write, you look up the CSWE requirements to apply for an MSW. It's about a 200-page paper. So we could, every time I mention it to admin that it's like hiring 2 more, they're like, oh, nah.
Because then, like, if you could offer it as like a 3+1, because those were like the programs I was looking at before I decided to go here.
Oh, do they have 3+1s?
3+1s are very common.
Don't you have to come in with like a bunch of hours then?
No,
Or you just do
like,
18, 18, 11, 18,
Essentially.
18, 11. You just
Yeah.
kick ass the whole time.
Exactly. But
I can
it,
see
it
that.
comes off as like super cool because you can get your bachelor's and your master's, and it's only going to take people a year.
So who are the 3+1s that are anywhere to be found?
Simmons.
Oh, is that a HBCU?
Mm-mm.
But I have heard of Simmons being a big school that Nikita talked about in our.
Yeah, it's like one of the top social work schools.
Really?
Yes.
3+1. So yeah, 18, 18, 11. That gets you 36, 47. So then you almost have 94 in year 2. And then you finish off with 25, 26. And then the
Or some
MSW
of
is
them have
15, 15.
Like 3+1, so no, or they have like 5, where it only takes 5 years, which obviously is just like them having an accelerated master's program.
Right.
But like you just automatically get into the master's because you've got your bachelor's there.
Right. Okay. I feel like UC used to do that too.
Yeah.
So
like-
no, there is. I know that we're working on it, and then of course myself and Nikita had to have newborns the beginning of the summer and the end of the summer. Like that's definitely, as people do all-nighters to like write papers and get accreditation for a new program, and that's how Dr. Allen got this one accredited. This was her baby. This was literally her baby that she got it fully accredited.
Should I apply to Case Western?
Might as well, if they're giving our students
They have an
$48,000.
online program,
It's a
and
strong.
it's only 39 credit hours.
That's solid.
It's not bad.
Is that shorter than most?
Yeah, some schools are weird. Like
OSU's 41.
Yeah, some of them are like where it's a into like the mid-40s. So like
Spalding
where,
is 30.
where like it's full time and you're still doing like accelerated, it still takes more than 1 year. I'm like, no.
Did you see Spalding is 30? Is that the one we had visit from down in Kentucky? Like somehow
That was
Kentucky.
Campbellsville.
Oh, right.
Like, I didn't even look at that. Like, not saying there's anything wrong with
Right. But they're just like a small religious Kentucky college.
Right. Like, where did you even come from?
Case Western Reserve is well known and has doctorates. They're like a big. There they are. No GRE score required. Receive up to 50,000 in scholarships.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect, because I need 50,000.
Damn. It probably costs 50,000. That's why.
I bet you it costs more than that.
Let's see. Can you like search it easily? Let's do a little search. I do so bad if it's not a Macintosh computer.
Like, where do I even get the information from this? This website sucks.
Eastern University. I don't even know where that is.
Eastern?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay.
As low as
Oh,
14,400.
let's see. Tuition and financial aid. It is
1,600 per credit hour.
yeah, $1,650 per credit hour, and there's an additional $20 activity fee per credit hours for just being online. So
So
that's $1,670 per credit hour.
1,670 times you said 39. 39 is 65,000. Okay,
I told you the 50, like up to 50,000, like you'd still owe money.
that's so sad.
It is.
Holy shit! Miami is only like 19K. They're pumping them out. They're just like they're all the same degree, which is weird. If they keep accreditation.
I thought Miami's was more expensive than that.
They're supposed to be the cheapest in the state of Ohio.
See, now you're making me look.
Because they're like, is it 700 a credit hour? Here it is. That's Eastern again. They must be the lowest somehow. So, graduate student tuition and fees. It probably is 14,000 for the 2 semesters, and then you do a summer too, though, so you have to add that in. My understanding is they were the cheapest, at least when I taught there, as we were able to brag on that. And now they're getting some scholarships. They are well known enough. Oh, you have to expand it to see it. That's funny. So here you go.
This website's horrible too.
It's 14,000 annually. Fees are 2, so it's 16,000. And then, yeah, it's cheapest for an Ohio resident. Oh, that's right. I remember it being 700 per credit hour, and then you do 34 credit hours, so 700 times 34.
Yeah, $1,650 a credit hour is insane. That's how much like for tuition is here.
That is a lot. Overload fee, nice.
You're kidding.
That's when you take like 21 hours. Oh, over 18 credit. Yeah, so it's over 18 if you did that. I don't know if they let you in freaking grad schools, but maybe. So it's good to know you have options. You do know how to lead your group. I wonder if she left my damn room.
Oh, her. I don't know. It seemed like she had like there's like a bunch of people in there.
She was saying her room was so hot she did not want 25 in that hot room. And I was helping her look for a room, and it's funny, she ended up in my, I'm like, I have a class at 1 o'clock too, and I'm hoping it's not too hot.
You just so happy. Yeah.
She randomly picked my room.
I was like,
The problem is I can go with the flow almost anywhere, and